Hey guys, it's Elizabeth. Welcome back to my channel. If you are manifesting the same things over and over again, the bad relationships, the difficult situations, the difficult people, the things that you don't want in your life just keep showing up. It's not your fault, and I'm going to show you why you are stuck in this loop and how to get out of it. It's easy, it's quick, it requires some attention, but I am going to walk you through step by step. I have been there so many times in my life, and there are certain situations right now that I'm going through where I have found myself in this place too. And I will tell you that when I was going through my divorce about 6 years ago, this is where I was. This is what got me to take that first step to walk out of the door. And I did this through manifestation. I did every single method out there and learned what works. And I'm going to share that with you right now. Eventually, though, I made it to the other side and made it to the place where I have manifested the life of my dreams. Sure, are there things I'm still working on? Of course. This is a cyclical thing that you are always working to improve, always working on making your life better. But these tips will work for you, I promise. The first thing is understanding that your reflection is showing you what needs to change. The mirror principle is live and well and always there, reflecting in your current reality what is going on in the inside. And when you don't use that to your advantage, you get sucked into the trap. It is there for a purpose to help us understand what we need to shift. When we know we don't like what's happening on the other side of the reflection, what's showing up around us, let's use that to get out of there quickly. There is a time delay. So I want you to take a step back and understand that if you are working through these steps, if you are using these tools, you will get to that other side. Don't get stuck in that reflection. The way to do this is every time you are seeing something that you don't like around you, become aware of that. Instead of letting the script pull you along, get sucked in by the emotions, which is super hard when someone is throwing punches at you, it is super hard, but you are going to become present and snap in, meaning you are observing what's going on from the back. Like you are sitting in a theater watching what's happening. You become attentive to it. I see myself, I see my reality, and I am here in this difficult situation and I want to change it. And then you are going to visualize that change. When you become present, you have the ability then to respond instead of react, snap in, and create what you want to see. So, if you are in a bad relationship and something happens with your partner and you aren't enjoying that response, I want you to visualize the loving, caring relationship that you want. Not with a specific face there, because maybe you're not with your specific person that's the one that's for you. Maybe you are, and you need to shift that relationship through these methods. But let the universe show up for you in that. So I always just visualize not the person, but the experience, the faceless person. If it's the job, visualize the job, the scenario that you want. If it's the difficult personality that you're running into, visualize the scenario going the way you want it, easy, peacefully, respectfully, to get to the other side. When you take the power in your reins to realize that you have the power to shift all of these difficult dynamics, the things in your life that you don't want, then you can move easily to the other side. So become present, observe, and create. The next thing is using your intuition. And I talk about this a lot, but if you're not using your intuition, you're missing out, because you are getting information all day long telling you what the next step is, giving you information about how to proceed in a way that's for your highest and best, and for the highest and best for everybody. When you are deeply connected to your intuition, you have the answers to know what to do next, to know what is for your best interest. And when you practice using your intuition every day, you start to understand how it speaks to you, and you can start to differentiate what is what I want and my ego mind versus what is for my highest and best and my intuition. It's sometimes very hard to tell the difference, especially if you're highly anxious like myself. All of the fear starts coming through. If I don't do this, then something bad is going to happen, or the world is out to get me. All of those types of thoughts that keep you stuck. Your intuition doesn't feel like fear. Actually, it has no emotion tied to it at all. And that's how you know it's your intuition speaking to you. When it is just that light, airy feeling, or a thought that pops into your head, or I think I should go this way instead of that way. Very, very subtle. That's how you know it's your intuition. When it is loud, then you know for sure that's not your intuition speaking to you. That is your fear. That is your mind controlling you, and you want to step back from that. The best way that I have found to practice using your intuition and make that muscle stronger, right? It's a muscle that we need to practice, and we need to start understanding how it's communicating with us, is to practice every single day. And this does not have to take a lot of time. 1 minute, you can practice every single day, just 1 minute. Grab some paper and draw shapes on the paper, turn them over, and pull one out. Ask your intuition, show me what shape is on the other side of this paper. Tune in to everything coming through your energy system. It might show up as a picture in your mind, a thought, a feeling, and pay attention to how it's coming through, because those are the signs that you're paying attention to understand what it feels like when it's your intuition. Then you turn it over and see how you did. And if you got it wrong, what you were feeling, that's a sign that was your ego or your mind. If you got it right, that was the sign that you were paying attention to your intuition, and that's what your intuition feels like. And you can do that a couple times very easily in a very short amount of time. You can move on to colors. You can move on to playing cards. Anything that you can get real live feedback that it's your intuition speaking to you. And here's the thing. Whether you get it right or wrong, it's not lost. You are getting information. And keeping a journal and writing all the things down, all the way it felt, the signs, all of that is really helpful. And then you have the evidence, and you're building evidence of how you know when your intuition is speaking to you, so that when you are using it for a situation in your life, you can go back and compare. Did it feel like this? Then I'm trusting my intuition. The more you build that trust, the easier it will be, the better it will be, the better information, and you can use it easier in your real life scenarios. And when you're practicing on things that don't matter, it makes it so much easier, because you're not so heavy, like, oh, well, if I make this wrong decision, then my life is going to fall apart. So I give you these 2 tips. Pay attention to your reflection. Your reflection is everything. And be observant rather than reactive. When you observe, you can respond, not react, and use your intuition. If you have not caught my video yet on using your spirit guide to manifest, check that out here. I hope you guys are doing well, and I'll catch you next time.